saying that he couldn't take it anymore and that he wanted to divorce Barbara. Mrs. Barrett said that you couldn't do this to me, and as she left the room, she said that you'll be sorry.
Okay. When you were in the kitchen, did you hear anything out of the ordinary?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Overruled. You may answer.
Can you please repeat the question?
When you were in the kitchen, did you hear anything out of the ordinary?
Yes, I heard 3 loud noises.
Upon hearing the noises, when you came out of the kitchen, what did you witness?
I saw Mr. Barrett running out of the living room. He was wounded and he looked very frightened.
Can you explain the sounds you heard the afternoon of John's death?
It sounded like a car backfiring.
And were the noises you heard the same to the sounds you heard later that night?
Yes.
Your Honor, opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Sustained.
Where was the defendant after you heard the noises the afternoon of the incident?
She came in through a private door that she never uses, holding a gun.
And when the defendant came around the corner after you saw Mr. Barrett wounded, what was she holding?
She was holding a gun.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Have you ever been arrested before?
Unfortunately, yes.
Did you plead guilty?
Yes. Because I did not want to argue with the judge and I just wanted to have it over with.
Thank you. Did Mr. Barrett have a bad temper sometimes?
Sometimes.
Did Mr. Barrett usually throw something when dinner wasn't cooked the way you liked it?
He would sometimes throw something like a fork.
Does this mean Mr. Barrett had anger issues?
I've already said he did sometimes have a bad temper.
Thank you. Have you heard John and Barbara Barrett argue a lot?
Yes.
Did you hear Mrs. Barrett scream after an argument?
One time.
Does this mean John Barrett could have hurt Barbara Barrett?
It's possible, but I mind my own business.
Thank you. Your Honor, at this time, I would like to enter into evidence Defense Exhibit Number 2, the witness statement of report.
Has that been shown to the state? Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
You said this is the exhibit 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
Exhibit 2 is admitted without objection.
Can you please identify this?
This is my statement.
Thank you. Can you please read the purple highlighted portion?
I don't like to mess with other people's business, but ever since I came to work with the Barretts, I knew something was not right.
Thank you. In your witness statement, you said you don't like messing with other people's business, correct?
Yes.
But you listened to John and Barbara Barrett's arguments, correct?
I overheard them. I wasn't eavesdropping them.
Thank you. Can you please read the third blue highlighted portion?
The day of the shooting, I heard some noises like a car backfiring coming from the backyard. They sounded just like the noises I heard when Mrs. Barrett shot Mr. Barrett. After a while, I saw Mrs. Barrett come into the house through a private door that she never uses. She was holding a gun.
Thank you. In your witness statement, you said the day of the shooting, you saw Mrs. Barrett enter the house through a private door, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to enter into evidence. Refer back to the diagram in the house. Enter into that evidence, Defense Exhibit Number 3, the diagram of the house.
Any objection by the prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
as Exhibit 3 is entered without objection.
Can you please identify this?
This is the scene changes diagram of the house.
Thank you. Do you see a private door on the diagram?
No, but it is possible that Officer Sam Cheney did not feel it necessary to add it.
Did you escape the Barrett's house through the kitchen?
Yes,
Is there a door in the kitchen or window in the kitchen on the diagram of the house?
there is not a door or a window on the diagram of the house, but that does not mean there was not one in the house itself.
Thank you. So, if you did escape through the kitchen, does that mean Mr. Cheney must have messed up the diagram of the house?
It's possible that he did not feel it necessary to add it on and just wanted to focus on the importance of the other important stuff.
Thank you. Your Honor, I would like to refer back to defense exhibit number 2, the statement report. Can you please read the first green highlighted portion?
I couldn't be too sure what was said because I was walking into the kitchen when it was said.
Thank you. According to your witness statement, you couldn't be too sure of what was being said in the Barrett's house on the night of the shooting, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
You may step down. Does the prosecution have any additional witnesses to call?
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution would like to call Officer C.M. Cheney to the stand.
Do you affirm that the evidence you shall give to this court and jury will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Could you please state your name for the court?
My name is Officer C.M. Cheney.
What do you do for a living?
Work as a police officer for the Belmont County Police Department.
Are you married?
I am.
Do you have any kids?
Yes.
The opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Do you wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Could you elaborate on the training and education you've received in order to qualify for your current position as a police officer?
During my 7 years on the force, both through training and experience, I've been trained to preserve physical evidence important to the case, to take physical approximation effort, physical approximation measurements on the scene of a crime to interview witnesses, even suspects. And I have my criminal justice degree, and I've taken 9 hours towards my advanced criminal justice degree.
Your Honor, may I treat the witness as an expert on the scene of crime?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. When did you receive the call about the shooting at the Barrett's house?
At 9:50 p.m.,
Okay. When did you arrive at the scene?
9:57 p.m.
Were you riding with a partner?
I was not.
Why weren't you?
Ralph, my partner, Ralph Simmons, had fallen ill on that day, so I was riding alone.
The defense would like to refer back to exhibit number 3, the prosecution would like to refer back to defense exhibit number 3, diagram of the house. Officer Cheney, would you please give a detailed description of the signs of disorder at the scene?
Well, there are blood stains on sofa number 2 and around it, a half-drunken bottle of wine, blood leading into the dining room, the deceased, the blood-stained letter, and the .38 caliber Smith & Wesson pistol.
Where did you find that .38 caliber Smith & Wesson pistol?
It was on the deceased's right side, as he was laying face down.
Were there any rounds spent out of it?
All 6, yes.
Did you find the bullets?
I did not find
Objection,
bullets.
Your Honor. Opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Sustained.
Moving on. In the diagram of the house, where did you find what you labeled as the envelope?
Next to an end table, where the half-drunken bottle of wine was, assumed to be where Barbara sat.
Where did you find the letter that was in the envelope?
Next to the deceased's right hand, in similar fashion to the gun.
Okay. In your professional opinion, what happened after the Barretts had dinner that night?
Well, after dinner, the actor and the deceased quarreled further over the letter, and the actor shot the deceased while he was sitting on sofa number 2 in his left arm. He was running away, and she shot him in his upper right thigh as he was running. He ran towards the dining room, spraying the blood, and he fell after she shot him twice more in the back and once more in the head.
Did you find the defendant on the scene of the crime?
Objection, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Sustained.
Did you read Mrs. Barrett her Miranda rights?
Objection, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Sustained.
Moving on, did Mrs. Barrett indicate that the statement she gave at the police station was true and correct?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Overruled.
Did you ever force Mrs. Barrett to sign anything?
Objection, Your Honor. Opposing counsel is leading the witness.
Overruled.
I did not coerce her or make her give her statement or confession.
When asked if her husband threatened her in any way before Mrs. Barrett shot her husband, what did she state?
No.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.